Today, I messed up by not wearing sunscreen and getting a rare nerve reaction called hell's itch and having the worst 30 hours of my life. First off, before anyone reads my story, I just want to say, hell's itch is not a normal sunburn itch. It's some sort of nerve reaction. For those who think I am exaggerating how debilitating this is, please go over to r/hellsitch and read some user testimonials. Here's one from 2 days ago. I've experienced acute heroin withdrawal with no medication, cold turkey, as well as a kidney stone that was too big to treat ultrasonically. Those were like a stubbed toe compared to this. Anyway, here's the today I messed up. Several years ago, I went to the beach for a few hours and like an idiot didn't put sunscreen on. I ended up getting a sunburn on my upper body. The next evening, I was chilling on the couch watching TV after taking a shower when I suddenly felt a slight tickle on my chest. Not really thinking much of it, I just brushed my hand across my chest thinking it was a hair or something. About a minute later, the feeling came back suddenly and sharply. This time, though, it was more tingly and itchy. And I scratched the itch, thinking it's just the sunburn itching, and it went away. Probably about 10 seconds later, it came back fiercely. The tingly itch was so strong, my hand literally automatically jolted up to my chest to scratch it, like my brain forced it to. I was like, huh? This didn't feel like a normal sunburn itch. It felt deep in my skin. Have you ever got a random itch on the bottom of your foot or palm of your hand that feels like it's an inch under your skin and you can't seem to scratch it? That's what it felt like. I examined myself with a flashlight, thinking a bug or something bit me, but nothing was there. Within next few minutes, this tiny spot on my chest had started spreading to my entire chest and shoulders. It would itch fiercely and felt like ants with razor blades as feet were under my skin. At this point, I started to panic and went to go put some aloe on it, hoping to soothe it. Big freaking mistake. This amplified the itch twofold and significantly increased the pain. I was on the verge of tears. None of this made any sense. Aloe is supposed to help sunburns and soothe them. By this time, it had been maybe 10 minutes since this started, and little did I know a journey to the depths of hell was just beginning. I frantically started Googling things like extremely itchy sunburn how to relieve, and quickly discovered something called hell's itch, or unalive yourself itch. I did some reading and found out that this is not a typical sunburn itch. It is something completely different and significantly worse. It occurs about 48 hours after a sunburn, and the itch usually begins after taking a shower. Things that typically help relieve symptoms of a sunburn, such as aloe or cream, do the polar opposite and make the symptoms much worse, while things that normally make a sunburn hurt worse, such as a hot shower, help relieve the itch. So here I was, standing in a boiling hot shower, and it was helping. Once the hot water ran out, I got out and started absolutely tweaking. The itch was so freaking bad that my brain literally forced my arms to reach up to scratch it. It was uncontrollably at this point, and I was just pacing around, tweaking out and itching. I could barely stand, it was so bad. This went on all night and all next day until the following morning. I didn't sleep at all. I had to camp out on the couch so I wouldn't keep my fiancé up all night too, because I literally could not sit still and was just crying and itching from the pain. It was so bad that I would rather relive breaking both of my legs during an accident I had as a teenager than deal with this hell on earth ever again. What would you do if you got this type of sunburn? Leave your thoughts down below.